Might not have control over them kids, but I got control over the garden. Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. My name is Dana. If you are new here, and if you are not, I am so glad that you guys are returning. Y'all, today is a good day. Guess what we're going to be doing? We're going to be planting bell peppers. Y'all, our bell peppers have grown so big. We planted these from seed. These are some from last year that we are going to be planting today. I am so super excited about it. But before we started planting, let me go ahead and tell you what we need to know about these bell peppers. The first thing we want to do is make sure that they have good soil so that they can drain and they are in a well-drained place. We want to make sure that they are watered, but we don't want to water them too much. We also want to make sure that we are planting them about 18 to 36 inches apart. And I'm going to say, do as I say and not as I do, because you're going to see mine are not going to be 18 to 36 inches apart. We have about 200 bell pepper plants, and there's no way I'm going to get all of these guys in here without putting them a little bit closer. So 18 to 36 inches is about how far they need to be apart. Now, bell peppers are good for overwintering. Overwintering is just keeping them whenever it gets cold, you guys. You can take all the leaves off, just leave a few leaves, take them in the house, put them in a sunny area, and you can keep them during the winter for the next year. And you can end up with those same bell peppers plants, and they're actually going to produce a little bit earlier, or start producing a little bit earlier than if you were going to plant some new bell peppers the next spring or the next summer. You also want to wait till you are having weather that is like 60 degrees at night. If your weather is not going to be like at least in the 60s at night, you don't want to plant bell peppers, because the roots of bell peppers like for the soil to be at least 60 degrees Fahrenheit at night. Now, I am in zone 8, you guys, in Mississippi, so you can look at your phone at Google, or you can look at Chat GPT. There's a lot of things you can look at that will help you figure out when you should be planting your bell peppers. So let's see. I think I told y'all everything about bell peppers. If I remember something else that I need to tell y'all, I will definitely let y'all know. There are two types of bell peppers that you can plant. There's a sweet bell pepper, and then there is a not sweet bell pepper that you can plant as well. He just got my camera and pulled it off. Look. Ain't that crazy? Yeah, my dog just pulled off my $400 camera. Just snatched it off the table. I hope that it still works. But there are, all right, baby, be careful. There are two types of bell peppers that you can plant, and that is sweet bell peppers, and then you have the aromatic bell peppers that you're going to use in like your beef, your stews. You know, it's going to have that sultry, like peppery taste. I don't know how else to explain it. And then there's a sweet bell pepper that you can eat in like your salads and your veggies, things that you even want to eat cold. So yeah, I didn't know that. That is something that I learned. So there you go. There's a tidbit more of information and tips from Rooted to Radiant. Let's go ahead, y'all, and get into the video, because it's raining today. Hence, we don't have any sun, and I want to get these guys out before the rain comes. I'll finish telling you everything else while we're planting. Let's get started. Okay, there's two things you want to remember about your bell pepper plants, y'all. Once they start to get this high, you should have been planting these already. You also want to remember, when you are putting these in your hole, make sure that you fill these up all the way to the first leaves. And if these guys start to flower early, go ahead, take the flower off so they can get a little bit stronger and a little bit bigger before they start to put on fruit. The only thing that we are going to need, this is not an anvil. What is this called? What's this called? It's not an anvil. It's like a small shovel. Okay, y'all, the only other thing we're going to need is this small shovel. It's really crazy. I can't show it to y'all. I don't think y'all can see it. But if you look up close, it has numbers on it, like 1, 2, 3. If you need to plant your veggie or whatever in the ground, and you need something to tell you exactly how far you need to go, like 1 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, then this thing is very handy to have. Thank you, babe, for buying this for me.
It's at the dollar store.
At the dollar store, y'all, you heard it. So also make sure that you water your plants, you guys, because you're going to be pulling these up by the roots, and you don't want the roots to be damaged. You can also dig, which is what we're going to do. We're going to dig some of them out. Water your plants first so that you make sure that when you dig like this, that it's going to be easy to come up, because these got some well-established roots. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and try for the first pad. Hopefully we won't damage any. Can y'all see this? Y'all look at these guys. This is how much they have grown. I I did not remove any of the extra seedlings. We kept all of them. I wanted to experiment and see if they would all grow. I got all of, I think we got 100% growth here. What you think? It's not always like that. We do. We got some really good root systems, you can see. So we're going to go ahead and plant these. We may end up planting, it says you can plant them to the first leaf. I might take the first leaf off and we'll plant them a little bit higher because they're a little leggy, but they're strong plants. So I think they'll be fine. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. And what I'll have Randy do is to pop the camera back on once we get a few of these planted. But I'm going to go ahead and plant the first 3 with you, and then we'll go from there. Let's go. Actually, babe, we got squash to finish on this row. So
you should just make one whole row of peppers and be done.
So I'm just gonna start right here, you guys. This is gonna be my first spot. X marks the spot. Okay, put that swab in there. And since we already have one that is trying to attempt to come off, we're going to try to take these first. And just be really gentle, guys. Really gentle with these. We got these off. They're going to be just fine. And you're just going to continue to pull these apart. Now, for your first 3 days, they may look a little bit sad. But after that, the roots are going to catch in the soil and they're going to start to stand up and be really pretty. So, like I said, we're going to go ahead and pop these off. Now, I know some people don't do this because they say they like for the it to be able to heal over. I don't pull it necessarily all the way off. I leave a little bit of the stem on, and we're going to pop it in here. Make sure that the root is covered. And you're just going to make sure, y'all. There is no proper way to plant a plant. I see people doing it all kinds of ways, but I promise you, if you connect these roots with the soil and you plant this and give it some water, she's gonna sprout. Right, baby?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, I see people do it all kind of ways, but this is all it needs. It's gonna work. You can dig it in a patch of green grass. If you do it correctly, it's gonna sprout. Same thing with this one. You're just gonna set her in there. We're gonna pull up some dirt around this guy. And that's it, you guys. That is it. That is all. Now, the last thing you want to make sure you do is to put some water on these, because if you don't have water on there, they're gonna die. So it is gonna rain. I'm kind of skeptical. We're gonna put a little bit on there. But yeah, the rain is going to hit these, so they should soak them pretty good. But we're going to make sure that the roots are soaked. So y'all see, I'm not planting them maybe 18 to 36 inches apart, and then maybe I am. But I got to get a lot. So now we got the first ones done. It was really good. We're going to go on in with these next row. Now, the little ones like this, I'm going to take these. We'll put those back in the pot after I get the pot freed up some, and we'll try and get these to come up a little bit bigger. So this is the next batch here. We're going to go ahead and put them in the ground. Just remember what we said about parting these. Be very careful. Separate them gently. Just like that. Now, as long as they're to come with it, no problem. Take your time. Just make sure you hold it. You want to make sure that you're planting something with a root on it. You may have some that have a little meaty one that's come up on the side that came up late. I'm going to plant this guy with this one and let them come back together. I may end up putting it up later, but for now, I'm going to let them grow together. Y'all, the funny part is, for me, my garden is a reflection of what I would like for my life to be. My garden is kind of all together, kind of like I would like my life to reflect, but it's like it just doesn't happen sometimes. So at least I have control over the garden, right? Might not have control over them kids, but I got control over the garden. No, I'm just playing. No, I'm really not. Y'all, my friends, right? So this is a no judge. How they say we listen and we don't judge. This is a no judge zone.
Got answers right in there somewhere.
Okay, guys, I am planting. Our camera died, so we went ahead and I planted the last ones. Randy kind of helped me with this row. But I got the last ones finished up. So yeah, these are the last two that we have. And we made it before the bottom fell out of the clouds. We're gonna water these as well, just in case we don't get a lot of rain. And I wanted to show y'all my rain barrel. So yes, sis, we got it. I'm gonna show you the rain barrel too before we end the vlog, I think. But y'all, Randy, show them people what we did here. That's 2 rows. I'm not sure exactly how many bell peppers that is. What do you think?
It's 40.
About 40? Randy said that's about 40 bell peppers to pair. So that's crazy. Y'all see right here, we didn't even knock a dent in our bell peppers. But we'll give some. I think what I'll do is give some to friends. I'll probably also put it on the page that we'll have some as well. If anybody wants some to plant in their garden, they can do so too. The other things that I wanted to tell y'all is to make sure that your plants are getting 6 to 8 hours of sun. That is best when you're trying to produce multiple bell peppers. If they get 6 to 8 hours, they're going to push out more bell peppers. But if they're not getting the amount of sun they need to produce and for production, then they're not going to produce the bell peppers that they need. So make sure you're putting them in a sunny place. Another thing, we have container gardens. If you're going to grow in a container garden, make sure that you're growing in at least a 3 to 5 gallon bucket. So if you're planting bell peppers, you want to be planting in a bucket at least that big, okay? And with your bell peppers, if you're going to fertilize, make sure that you're going to fertilize these things at least every 2 weeks. You want to fertilize these bell peppers. And I think that's pretty much everything that it's going to take for you to produce bell peppers like crazy. Gigantic. I'm saying gigantic bell peppers because y'all seen the videos from last year. I'm probably going to put it at the end of this vlog. But y'all seen the videos from last year. I'm telling y'all, I'm just not preaching this. I showed y'all we're producing some really big bell peppers, some beautiful bell peppers here. So anyway, y'all, I think that's going to be it for today. Everything looks good. I'm excited. I'm happy. So I'm going to end the video here. Again, my name is Dana. If you want to grow gigantic bell peppers, then this is the video for you to watch. Until next time, remember to stay rooted and grow radiant in life and with your veggies. Have a great night, y'all. Bye-bye.